Hey, Jeremiah with Steps Pressure Washing and More out here in Andrew, North Carolina. We're going to be heading out to Raleigh today. We're going to be doing a house wash and we're doing some gutter guard inspection. Hopefully just a clean off, but they think their gutter guards might have failed, so we're going to go on up there. We're going to see what's going on. I gave them two prices. One price is going to be if they just need to be cleaned off, and I want them to have that price right away. Second price is going to be if I have to remove all of their gutter guards and then clean out everything. So they're at least prepared if it is worst case scenario, and I try and make that communication clear with our customers before we get started on each job. Sometimes you find stuff along the way and you have to give them an updated price and see if they'll go for it, but you know, either way, I want to make sure that both prices are a fair price for the time that it's going to take me to do each job. While I've got you here, I do want to say, hey guys, thank you. It's been a year since we launched our YouTube channel, today actually, and we put out our first video and it was absolutely terrible. If I do say so myself, I do like watching YouTube, and the quality of our first video was pretty astonishingly bad. So thank you for all of you who have stuck it out with me while I learned how to edit videos. But so far I think we were at 64 videos when I checked last night, and I know it probably could have been a little bit more than that, but you know, sometimes you got to focus on the business, not the hobby. And I've definitely enjoyed this past year doing some videos, and I hope you guys have as well. A little bit about what we're doing today, going back to it. I've got my shell on. I've got the logo right here, logo up top, underneath. I've got logo here. I've got logo on everything. We're still in brand building, so we are always showing up, smiling face. What can I do for you? I'm happy to help. Yes, we can make room in the schedule. It might not be today, but we can definitely fit you in. You know, we're building our client list, and I'm definitely trying to support a culture of client building over customer attaining. So we're trying to build clients that come back year over year, and that's something that we actually have, I feel like, done pretty well with. You know, I've set up a lot of clients for this fall. Last fall, and we had some in the spring where we went and cleaned their gutters out, and I said, hey, we should do this twice a year because you've got all these mature trees over your house, and they agree. So I've been calling them this week, getting them on the schedule. I'm not making a sale per se. I'm actually just calling. I made the sale already this year, and now I'm just following up, getting them on the schedule so we get that revenue coming through. And also they don't have to worry about, is this, you know, a real company? You know, we show up branded, you know, brands on the truck. It's not anything we're getting rid of anytime soon. But I'll take you for a walk around the trailer real quick while it's transferring. All right, so we have our 5x8 trailer, which I did a little video on earlier this week. We are transferring some of the SH over into our mix tank and getting it ready to roll. We've got our whisper wash. I take it everywhere now. I've been caught a couple times without a surface cleaner, and I needed one, so then I had to reschedule them. So I always bring that along. We have gassed up our 4 gallon per minute 4,000 psi Pressure Pro. I keep an extra 5 gallon on the trailer just in case I need to make more mix, or I end up doing someone's driveway. I can do a post treatment. And I've got that X-Jet pail tube here in case I need it. Same thing, in case I need it, I have the spare tire for the trailer, a can of gasoline for the pressure washer, even though it is fully gassed up. I want to make sure I have plenty. Husqvarna 125B, we're mainly going to be using this for ground cleanup and downspout clean out. We have our 16-foot Little Giant with stabilizing legs and the ladder stabilizer over here against the wall of the bed. 5 gallon bucket because, you know, we don't want to make a mess. And last but not least, we have our 24-foot Werner with the ladder stabilizer on the top and the adjustable legs on the bottom. I'm about ready to get going. I'm just going to dump out the last of this bleach now that it's at a handle. I can handle that level without spilling it all over myself. And we're gonna get going. All right, hang tight. All right, so we're here on house number 1 in Raleigh. Good bit of green here on the white. and I've got my 2 ladders already set up to check out these gutter guards. These are the same gutter guards that I install. I can't think of the name of them right now off the top of my head, but I'll get up there. I'm going to show you what we got going on. This right here, this is why I love having the little giant. It's just my shorter ladder. The Werner absolutely would not be able to fit on this one ledge, so having that little giant basically as short as it can go and lean up against the house is a perfect fit. So we're going to get up there. We're going to see what's going on. Alright, so here I am. I'm up on the first portion. I've gone ahead and cleaned this area out right here where the roof comes down to a valley. This was actually pretty well clogged, but the actual gutter itself underneath is flowing, so I just cleaned off all the debris on top and made a note of a couple of issues where we're missing gutter guard pieces. I can always get them a quote to replace some of these, but for now this gutter is flowing. Alright, so we are here on the back. This is probably the most caked on we have, but when we pull off this top layer here, we can take a look inside and see that these gutters are not clogged. You just need to get cleaned off. Love it. I will say down here at the end, it was not capped off, so I'll let them know that might be an issue in the future with birds and such, but for now, these are looking really good. Huge wet spot right here. We had a good bit of pine straw all kind of caked together. It was just holding moisture right up against this roof. And you can see right down here, I just dumped it. There was no way I was getting that with a 5-gallon bucket. That's too much. More down here. I'd rather do some ground cleanup than head up and down the ladder 1,000 times. Alrighty, so we are now drawing soap. We finally finished up with the gutter guard clean off. And unfortunately I was not able to get water from the spigot closest to the driveway. So I'm kind of running my water hose in pretty much as far as it'll go. I have all 100 feet stretched out there, but I have water, I have good water pressure, and I'm going to call that a win. I have this pretty much stretched out all the way around the house. As you can see, I'm almost back to the truck, so I'm just going to wash my way around back to the truck and hopefully be able to just roll right up and head on to the next one. We are doing one house in my neighborhood, and of course it's a clean house. It's been washed many times over the past few years, so it's not going to quite be like this one, but still going to do a little bit of video on there. We are running our standard 1% today, which is what we always run. We're pushing it through our M5 downstream nozzle, and we're going to be using our X-Jet to rinse. Again, this is a 4 gallon per minute machine, so our M5 nozzle is specific to the 4 gallon minute machine. Alright, just give it a quick twist so I can get to that jet or needle. I can just go ahead and hit these peaks. I was asked recently, do I use any type of shooter tip? I do have a CNR, I believe it is, sharpshooter in the truck that I keep for when I need just a couple more feet. But 99% of the time, this M5 Duo is what I use. And again, this is a white house, and it should come out sparkling clean by the time we're done. Alright, so we are on side number 3 now, waiting for the soap to come. As you can see, we've got quite a bit of algae growth on this side, but I'm going to kind of focus on this corner right here and just do a little bit of a before and after and show you what result we get. I do enjoy washing dirty houses. Sometimes you do get a situation where you have paint peeling. We definitely have that in a lot of areas today. Walked around with the owner, and they're very aware of some maintenance issues around the house, and they're not super concerned with it, and I'm also not super concerned with it. It's not going to make a huge difference in what I'm doing today, and you know, at the end of the day, it's their house, you know, and we're just here to make it look good. That's exactly what we're going to do. Here, get behind the bushes best we can. And this, we are using the Suttner ST2605. And I use that every day. It's got a reduced spring on it, and that helps if you're doing this all day long. It does not wear out your hand. Now, of course, if you do this all day long with any kind of lance, you're gonna wear out your hand. So you'll build muscle along the way if you do this. Even if you do this once a week, you're gonna build the muscles, and you're gonna feel it when you first start out. I know I sure did. Still feel it some days. Our standard house wash comes with all of this stuff. We make sure the customer knows that. We clean the siding, we clean the soffits, we clean the gutter line, we clean the windows every time, because when you're doing soft washing, you're really going to be splattering this SH all over everything anyway, so you might as well include it and charge accordingly. And this stuff over here is not changing as fast as it would on a vinyl house, so we're going to give it a good dwell today and get around to the front. Alright, so the old saying goes, if it's wet, it's working. And I actually needed to come through a couple times and re-wet the front and this side, because it was drying faster than that SH could work, which is fine with me. I do not want to do damage with a super high concentrate of SH, so I don't mind applying a little extra. I think that at the end of the day, you use as much SH doing it twice as if you did a 2% mix. You just run less of a risk of damaging stuff. So this one's coming out great. And I'm okay spending a little extra time and a little extra soap to get it looking good. This is that corner that I was highlighting when we started this side, and it is coming out absolutely phenomenal. So, time to rinse this side and the front, and then we will head off to the second job. Alright, so we are on the north side of this house, and again, this man takes very, very good care of his home, and this algae is really only starting, and I even let him know when I got here, I could not see this from the road. It blends in very well with the siding, and he's had it maintained so well But we're still going to hit it with that 1% today. That way we kill everything that's on here and keep it from coming right back. And I'm going to hit the shed as well while I'm here, because it's got just a little bit of green on it. And again, this is a gentleman in our neighborhood, so I did run home and grab a little lunch before I got started. And when I'm done, I just have to drive to the end of the street and I'll be home and I'll be done for the day. So I'm always grateful for when the folks here in the neighborhood give me a chance to wash their house. And so I always want to make sure I'm doing my best. Either way, whether it's a client I know or a client I've never met. Open that M5 up so we can hit those peaks. Wash everything from the ground as long as I possibly can. Only have a few houses that I've done that I've had to get a ladder out, and usually that's because of an unusual angle or it's a windy day. This M5 hits those peaks with no issue, using my 4-gallon-a-minute machine. Results may vary. That has had a chance to dwell for a little bit. Went ahead and rinsed the whole back side of the house, which really was not very impressive. It was very clean. A little bit of oxidation on his gutters, but it's an 8-year-old house. That's to be expected. And again, he's maintained this home very, very well. So it's no surprise to me that it did not need a whole lot of work today. And of course everything is rinsing off nice and easy with that 1% mix. We're using the X-Jet to rinse, which is our standard procedure. It creates enough high pressure to turn off the downstream injector and close that valve, or there's a little ball in there. It closes that off so it does not pull soap. Nice and easy.